The cornerback left the team facility Wednesday due to a conflict with Coach Ben McAdoo. On Tuesday, McAdoo told Cromartie he would be inactive this week and be fined after leaving a rehab session last Friday and threatening to leave the stadium during Sunday's loss to the Chargers. Cowherd, McAdoo seems to be losing control in New York. Is he the biggest problem in New York?
Of their many, he's the biggest. He is the classic 2 that was elevated to a 1, and he's a 2. Do you remember years ago, there was a guy running in the primaries, Howard Dean, and he was going to be our president. And everybody was smart, socially conscious. Howard Dean could be it. And then he had a good night in like New Hampshire, and there was this moment. And people thought he was going to be a president. Let's play the tape of the moment.
We're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
Okay, that moment, he's a 2. He ain't a 1. Okay, I look at Ben McAdoo, press conferences. This is a circus, man. He's a coordinator.
I'm a former college offensive lineman, a mediocre former at a mid-major school. The biggest problem wears number 74.
Oh, man.
And it's I-74. It's Eric Flowers, man. I'm not caping up for Ben McAdoo because I see it as a 1A and 1B situation. But if I'm a play caller and that guy's my left tackle and I'm counting on him to protect my quarterback, it's almost impossible to call plays. So I think they have some personnel problems on their offensive line. That's a huge problem. I think Ben McAdoo's in over his head, but it's hard to call plays when you can't block anybody.
By the way, it's not like Jerry Reese went and bought a good defense. Running backs, O-line. They don't have a quarterback after Eli. How about the guy upstairs? They had to go buy a defense, by the way. They couldn't draft it.
That's where I'm going. See, I'm going upstairs. I think the biggest problem is not Jerry Reese. I'm going farther than that. I'm going up to ownership. You are stuck in the past. This inability to want to change things and keep up with the rest of the league, I think that's affecting them. You decide you're going to blow out Coughlin, but you keep everyone else and the entire organization the same. So you didn't really change anything. And the Giants, we know this family will prefer to keep a coach a year too long as opposed to let a coach go a year too early. If you're going to change things up, if you think that you have the quarterback, the offense, you've put the defense in place and things aren't working, then change it up. It's the same philosophy that they had before. Nothing changed. So why are they surprised that they hit their head once again? Because this has pretty much been the Giants team the last few years, right?
They haven't adapted.
Well, I think the big thing is they're 0-5. When you're 0-5, you start looking at everything goes wrong. One thing is, look, I always said this before, as Odell goes, the Giants go. Odell got hurt early. We tried to come back too early. Now he has a season-ending injury. Brandon Marshall is out. So now what? They have nothing. I mean, they didn't draft a young quarterback. They don't have a quarterback to look at. So, right, you're right. You have to go straight to the top. It always starts at the top and it runs down.
You know, in these big markets, Los Angeles, the Lakers for a couple of years, instead of developing young players, they gave Kobe the money. Because Time Warner's like, hey, we're paying you for the regional deal. New York and LA are different. Sometimes you do become beholden to a star coach, a star player, a star culture, because it's paying you well. And I kind of feel like the Lakers now with Kobe gone are now like, okay, let's be the young Warriors. But to Eric's point, I just feel like the Giants, this blue blood, they're just stuck. They fell in love with Eli and then Coughlin too long, and they didn't draft a backup to Eli. Then they find this new star and they become beholden, and they haven't drafted the O-line and running backs well.